sort of a few bits for sort of $20.
Fingers crossed we don't get any food poisoning. This may be an interesting experience. Me and the camerawoman are out wandering around, and we thought we'll go to the first restaurant that has no customers in. Whether that is good or bad, we are going to find out. So we found this place, Grilled & Co. Had a quick Google of it. It's got a 4.1 on Google reviews. Doesn't seem too bad. Hasn't got many reviews, about 112 or so. Looks like it does a lot of barbecue food, quite a range of food to be fair. So we're going to go in and we're going to see if it's worth it. Sat down at Grilled & Co. I found myself a lovely little flowery seat. Doesn't rock though. So, a bit weird with the first impressions, to be honest. We sat outside. It looks a bit shabby. Menus have seen better days. This is an all-you-can-eat menu, but I think they do have just a normal menu that you can pick from. But some dude's been waiting at the counter for a while and no one's come to see him. He's tapping that bell, but I don't think anyone's come to see him. And they've still got a Christmas tree up in the foyer. This may be an interesting experience. Right, I'm going to wander in, look for some menus. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for your napkins, you've got just some of your Value Soft 2-ply tissues. Wandered in and got some menus. Again, looking a bit worse for wear. Nobody at the counter either, so it's all a bit confusing, to be honest. But anyway, we've got some French fries, chicken wings for the entrees, just all your sort of fried bits and bobs. Chef special grilled meat platter, chicken platter, a steak, some lamb, chicken parme, butter rice, wagyu steak, sanga, all grilled and fried to perfection by Chef Demi and Salimi. Oh, more on the back here. Grilled chicken skewers, fried rice, noodles, got some of your vegetarian options, loaded meat box, chimichanga, okay, burgers and kebab section. So seem to do quite a range of stuff, bit of everything, to be honest. Placed our order. We have gone for the old grilled meat platter, some wagyu sirloin steak, smoky sausage, lamb chops, fries with a demi glaze. Then we went for some cheeky bao buns with grilled chicken, and to keep it healthy, a grilled beef salad. So they said that'll be about 20 minutes. Not gonna lie, this is one of the weirdest places and experiences I've had. I heard the other guy was ordering as well. He completed his order, food, wanted some tap water, and they've refused to give him tap water, which I've never really heard of before. It's just such a strange sort of setup. You've got your printer sort of in the middle of a sort of dining room area. The dining room's all pink with cherry blossoms. They've got a Christmas tree with old sort of damaged signs in front of it. There's dust all over sort of the cool bell and the counter, and behind the counter is an absolute mess. And I don't want to be too harsh about sort of independent businesses and things, but you know, they're empty. Place next door is absolutely packed. And it's not really difficult to see why, to be honest. Then we've got a leaky pipe there. It looks like it's been dripping for ages and it's sort of damaged the wood underneath. It just seems like the place is falling apart and nobody's really trying to spruce it up and make an effort, to be honest. So yeah, I'm slightly worried about the food. So we'll see what the food's like, and hopefully it won't be too long. Food has come out, so we've got it all here. First impressions, a little bit underwhelming. I thought, just from sort of the descriptions on the menus and things, it would probably, like, the portion size would be a bit bigger. But this is what we got. So this is our platter. Now we just got one lamb chop, 1.5 sausages maybe, and then this is the was that a Wagyu steak, I think they said. What was it? Yeah, Wagyu sirloin steak, apparently. Sort of small portion of chips and some of the salad here on the side with a bit of dressing. It was a bit wilted and sad. Now I was expecting this to be, you know, a lot more substantive from the way it's described on the menu. It also says sort of lamb chops, but there's just one. And we've got our salad here. It looks pretty sad, to be honest. There's only sort of small little bits of beef. Sort of a few bits for sort of $20, and then just literally a handful of some wilted leaves there. Wow, for $20. That is actually pretty outrageous, to be fair. And then it seems like they've just sort of sprinkled a little bit of mixed herb sort of around the end of the plate. Wow, that's pretty disappointing, that salad, if I'm going to be completely honest. Butter bao buns. So these look, you know, fairly impressive. 4 of them there. Good amounts of chicken. Got some cabbage and sort of mixed herb over the top as well. Now these don't look too bad, but just a bit disappointed with the portion sizes. I do wonder what the state of that kitchen's like. So fingers crossed we don't get any food poisoning. All right, let's have a look. Oh, it's nice soft bao, nice and warm. Let's take a bite. Now, it's not too bad. Got a good spice to it. Nice soft bao bun. Nice crunch from that cabbage, and the sauce on it isn't too bad either. So they're quite promising. Well, they got a really good kick to them, actually. I don't know what to say about this salad, really. I mean, try the little bits of beef on there. Try and get some leaves. Fingers crossed, we're all okay tomorrow. Again, pretty spicy, that salad. The leaves are a bit wilted and a bit old, but the beef on there, pretty crunchy, cooked, pretty well done, to be honest. And again, a lot of the sauce on there has a bit of a spicy kick to it, but nothing really to write home about. Just a bit disappointed with that portion size. Just for $20, I would probably have expected, you know, a bit more than that. But it's so-so. Then we'll move on to our little platter. Woo. Spin that around a bit. Get our knife. Let's try some of these chips first. Oh, they're quite nice. Nice and crunchy, warm. Could do with a little bit of salt, but overall, not too bad. Let's dip it in this sauce. Yeah, the chips aren't too bad. Redeeming feature. Now, they didn't ask how we wanted the steak cooked. They've sliced it up. What would you say that is? I would say that's medium well / well done, probably. But again, didn't ask how we wanted it cooked, but let's see what it tastes like. It's pretty chewy, doesn't really have that much flavour to it. Pretty sure this isn't a Wagyu sirloin steak, if I'm completely honest. It isn't cooked, you know, too badly. It just could be seasoned a bit better. And I think the quality of the meat probably isn't that up to scratch. We've got some sausages here as well. Pretty greasy on the outside, but I don't know what type of sausage they are. Doesn't look too bad in the middle. Quite a herby sausage, to be honest. Then I've got a nice amount of herbs sort of scattered throughout. I think they're a big fan of the mixed herb in here, which I've sprinkled over everything, but it's just a bit too overpowering, to be honest. But no, I mean, there's a good browning on the sausage and things. Doesn't taste too bad. Then we've got our our lamb chop here. Let's see how this fares. I cut through it relatively easily. No, it doesn't look too bad. It's cooked. Looks like it's cooked quite well. Now that is a nice succulent lamb chop. Very moist, cooked pretty well. Seasoned quite well. There's good flavour to it. Then we've got a bit of a sad salad here, just sort of the wilted leaves, not very fresh, with a bit of that dressing over it, which I'm probably going to give a miss, to be honest. So I mean, it's not looking, you know, great, but it's not terrible either. But let's finish up here, then we'll chat more when we're finished. We finished at Grilled & Co, and what a weird experience that was. From the outside, you know, didn't look too bad, looks quite well lit. You go in, but then they've got the strangest sort of Christmas tree in the foyer, broken signs like hidden behind it. There's dust everywhere, all over the counter, over the bell. Then you've got a really strange sort of pink dining room. Also, all the cutlery holders were dirty. There was a dripping pipe outside. There was moss growing on the windowsill, and the menus were in a bit of a state as well. It was just such an odd place. You couldn't sort of get any service. We weren't sort of seen to once the food was given, and nothing was sort of really said to us. They're refusing to give the guy tap water. It was all just a very strange experience. So moving on to the food. Now the food, I mean, nothing to write home about really. I do feel like for the prices that you pay for it and the descriptions on the menu, I feel like it's a bit misleading, sort of portion size. And, you know, from certain descriptions, to be honest, I expected the platter to be much bigger. You just sort of got a bit of a steak, one of the lamb chops, and sort of 1.5 sausages with sort of wilted salad on the side, and sort of a palm full of chips. Then we had the salad. The salad was an absolute disaster. I think $20 for that is mental, basically. You just got sort of 4 bits of charred beef, a ton of dried mixed herb spreaded all around it, so all you could really get was the mixed herb flavour. And they sort of did the same with the bao buns as well. They absolutely loved that mixed herb. They went absolutely mental with it on everything. But just a bit disappointed with a lot of the portion sizes. The flavours of the dishes didn't really sort of jump out. There wasn't anything special there, really. So, I mean, having a look at the final price, it would come to $88.27. So that was with them 3 dishes and 2 Coke Zeros as well. Now, with just the level of service, the cleanliness of the place, combined with the food, I hate to give a really bad review, but I would struggle to give this anything above a 5, really. I'll probably say this is about a 4 out of 10, which is a shame because I think it's an independent business, but they just need to put a lot more effort into everything. Seems like they've sort of given up, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, let me know what you think. Would you come here? Tell me some of the worst restaurants that you've been to. And if you like this, follow, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.